And I welcome you back to the Debrinick channel. And today we are talking about Lake Mead. Somebody on my channel said, when you going to do Lake Mead and Lake Powell again? It's been a while. You're right, it has been a while. I've been focusing on California. There has been tons of snowfall, rainfall that has fallen over the course of the last couple months, and it makes it kind of hard to ignore. And there's still more coming there, so I'll be back shortly with that, probably tomorrow. So be watching out for those. And we are going to get right into it tonight. We're going to start off at windy.com, and we are looking over the next 3 days. This storm that's hitting California will have an effect on the Colorado River, and that is good news. So the best scenario is up here near Telluride. It's going to get about 14 inches over the next 3 days, so that's fantastic news. More snow equals higher lake levels in the summer with the snowfall coming. So we'll be watching this. You got 13.3 inches up here close to Aspen. You got 9. Crescent Butte, you have 8.4. Glenwood, you have 7.3 possibly coming in the next 3 days. We come down here by Sapa down here, and you can see that they have 8.4. This is in between Lake Powell and Lake Mead. Beautiful country out there. I was out there in October. Up here by Kanab's expecting around 6 inches. St. George around 3.6. Just to the west of St. George, you're talking about 7.6, and all that flows into the Colorado River into Lake Mead, so that's good news. They're still calling for a little bit of snow in Vegas, 0.5, so just to the north of Vegas, they're calling for almost 6 inches of precipitation. Widespread, though, you're going to get about 3 to 5 inches possibly through this part of the Colorado River Basin. So we'll be watching this to see if it happens, and we go to the GFS, and the GFS is pretty well calling for about the same amount of precipitation in the next 3 days. We scoot out to the next 5, and this thing really starts to light up. Now look at Vegas down here. They're calling for 2.8 down here in Vegas, and this is a GFS, and the European model still only calling for 0.4. So you have that going on. We go back to the GFS here, and the GFS is calling for a lot more precipitation. We go down to Peach Springs down here, 12.3, Sapa 7.9. We go to Kanab. Look at Kanab. You're talking about 10.1. We go to St. George, 8.9. We go over to Page, 1.8. Come down here, you can see, come down to Tuba City down here, and you're talking about 3.8. We scoot up over here back into the Colorado Rockies over here. Grand Junction's going to get about 5.7. Steamboat Springs, 5.5. We go down here to Telluride, 9.6. And Cortez, 5.3. So that's what's going on there. And we come up to the Green River. You can see not a whole lot of precipitation. We go the next 10 days. And the 10 days on the GFS is calling for about a foot, which is good. And we come down here, 21 inches. So a lot of this snow is spilling over from the Sierras into Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and Colorado, a little bit New Mexico, and all this water goes towards Lake Mead. So this is fantastic news. What is the European calling for? The European's a little more spotty. They're calling around 19 down here by St. George. We scoot in here. St. George are calling for 7.5. Kanab 15.2. Over here, 21 inches. So hopefully this comes to pass, and you can see California's plenty snowy over here. We've talked about this a lot lately. We come up to Aspen over here, and you can see that Aspen's around 16.8. Vale's around 13.5. Steamboat Springs 11.9. Come down to Flagstaff, which that water rolls into Lake Mead, 19.8. So you will see it doesn't appear that Lake Havasu is going to get snow according to the European, and according to the GFS, they're talking about 0.3. We'll see which one wins. Supercharge will keep me informed, I'm sure, or Brad, one of you two will tell me if it snows there. I'm curious. My friend Supercharge would prefer 90 over this cold weather, as it's chilly there right now. It's only 53 degrees, and where I live here in Illinois, it's 60. So we're warmer than you right now, my friend. Gotta razz my friends out there a little bit. So let's roll on to tropical tidbits and see what's going on. Here we are at tropical tidbits, and you can see the next 6 hours, 6+ hours, the storm's starting to hit California, starting to hit the Colorados, starting to bust up. There's a storm in the Midwest. We scoot out, and you can see that it starts to go up. You still have more rain coming into California and Nevada, Utah, Colorado, a little bit of snow. We can watch this kick through. This thing starts to intensify through California. We are 48 hours out. a nice low breaks out through here, and it's snowing in California, Nevada. We scoot out a little bit, and you can see that it starts to come up through Utah and into Arizona. Watch it. It comes over here to Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico, a little bit in Colorado. You can see that, as it typically does, through the mountains. Generally, most this time of year, we're 102 hours out. See, this turns into a beast in the Midwest, and we continue to go. And here's more snow for California. See that it continues to come. Here's some more snow for there. We are 150 hours out. More rain, more snow. Snow in Utah, Colorado, a little bit in Arizona. We watch it. We keep scooting here, and another system starting to spill through California. And then look at this ice storm in the middle of Midwest here. That's crazy. All the way through Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, all the way through Ohio, into Pennsylvania even. Then it backs up, rain, then a big low comes through, and we got more rain coming through California. So it looks fairly wet all the way up until the bitter end here, and we are at 384 hour mark, and you can see that there's just storm after storm hitting California, which spills over into the Rockies. Good news for the Rockies. They definitely need a lot of snow, so we'll be watching this over the course of the next several days. Let's go see what the lake levels are at Lake Powell and Lake Mead tonight. We are at Lake Powell's dashboard here, and we're going to start off at Lake Powell today. And the water level at Lake Powell 2021, 22, and 23. The water level is currently 3,521.53 feet. Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. The Lake Powell's always a day behind. 12 p.m. The level is 178.47 feet below full pool of 3,700. Changes since yesterday, 0.11 feet, and we continue to roll along here. And your full pool's 3,700. In 2021, the level was 3,576. Last year was 3,528.12. Yesterday was 3,521.53, and 3,490 is your inactive pool, and your dead pool is 3,370. And we continue to scoot along here. Lake Powell is down 6.59 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Powell is down 51.23 feet from 2 years ago. Lake Powell is 31.53 feet from inactive pool, and Lake Powell is 151.53 feet from dead pool. And we go to your inflows and your outflows at Lake Powell. Your current inflows are 5,366. Your outflows are 8,067.76. And I did see something very interesting at Lake Powell. They were talking about at the Glen Canyon Dam. They were talking about putting new pipes in the Glen Canyon Dam to run it lower so they can continue to run water down it. Now, I don't know if they will, but that'd be very interesting if they do, and we will see if that ultimately happens. It's hard to say. I just don't know. So it will take an act of Congress to do it, and who knows if Congress is willing to do that or not. Heck, they can't even give these people the ultimatum and have them decide amongst the 7 states which one. We know which one's the holdout, and I've talked about it in the past, so I don't need to reiterate that. But until they all can agree, then nothing gets done, and things just keep on getting dragged out year after year, and this is a problem. So let's keep on scooting along here. Changes since yesterday. The lake is down 1.14 feet. Storage acre feet is 5,347,319. Capacity is 24,322,000 acre feet, and Lake Powell is 22.99% of full pool. We are at Lake Mead's water level, and you can see that the water level is 1,047.57 feet. MSL Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023 at 4 p.m. The level is 181.43 feet below full pool of 1,229. Changes since yesterday. This is conflicting. Some say 0.21 one site. The other said 0. So I'm not sure which one's accurate, but this is what we got going on. So you can look for yourself. I have those sites linked below. And if anybody knows where the Bureau of Reclamation actually keeps the accurate numbers for the hourly, that would be very interesting and very helpful to find out, because I see conflicting reports from 2 different sites, and I would like to have accurate information as possible. Thank you. And we continue to roll on. Here, Lake Mead's full pool level is 1,229. In 2021, the level is 1,087.09. Another 20 foot down last year at 1,067.11. Another 20 foot down today today at 1,047.57. Your inactive pool's 950, your dead pool's 895, and we continue to scoot along here. 1 year ago, the level was 19.54 feet down. 2 years ago, the level was 39.52 feet down. Inactive pool's 97.57 feet, and dead pool is 152.57 feet away from being at dead pool. Quite a ways to go from that. Quite a ways to go from inactive pool at 20 foot a year. You're talking 5 years minimum. And with the snow in the Rockies that we're going to talk about towards the end of the video, you will see the difference. So let's continue to roll on here. Your inflows are currently 3,622 and your outflows are 10,800, and that is a big difference in inflows and outflows. That's the lowest it's been in quite a while, so just keep that in mind. And LakeMead is up 0.27 over the last 14 days, and storage acre feet is 7,498,000. Capacity is 25,877,000, and LakeMead is 28.98% of full pool. And we continue to roll out to Lake Havasu next. We are at Lake Havasu's dashboard, and we continue to scoot along here, 21, 22, and 23. This is what it looks like over the last 3 years, and today's level is 448.07 feet. MSL, Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023 at 4:30 p.m. The level is 3.07 feet above full pool of 445, and changes since yesterday. This thing is up 0.32 feet, and we continue to roll on here, and your full pool is 445, and this thing's always above full pool. It's just crazy. 448.35 in 21, 447.42 last year, 448.42 on today's date of Wednesday, February 22nd, and your power loss is 440, and your dead pool is 400, and we continue to scoot along here. Lake Havasu is up 1 foot in the last year. Lake Havasu is up 0.07 feet from 2 years ago. Lake Havasu is 8.42 feet away from power loss, and Lake Havasu is 48.42 feet away from dead pool. A long way to go from that. Lake Havasu is down 0.29 feet in the last 14 days. Lake Havasu has inflows of 6,390 and your outflows are 7,100. And now we will go look at the snowpack in the Rockies and see where they are for this state. Here we are in the Rocky Mountains, and you can see that this thing is starting to climb. We're at 15.094, and your average is for the 22nd is around 12.394, so you're above. You're 121.78% of full and 93.91 for your April 6th average. So this is the last 10 years of dates, and you can see that there's really, right now we're above 2019, we're below 2017 that come in second place. So we will see where this ultimately ends up. We're probably going to end up higher than the average. I'm sure of that. It'd be great if we get to above 100. We are 40% through the water year this year, so we will watch this throughout the course of the next several days. With all this snow coming, we'll probably be back this weekend, maybe Sunday or so, to update you on this. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next one. God bless.